everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I am giving you what I picked up from Joann's over the weekend for my Vogue Fall 2022 pattern haul, but I also picked up some other patterns that was from a different season, okay? So I do have a few in my hands that I picked up, so I want to share that with you today. Now, before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, ciao, guten tag, aloha, hola, konnichiwa, wagwan, bonjour. You know what to do. If you are returning, go get your coffee, your tea, your water, your hot chocolate, your juice, whatever you want to drink, and come chill with me as I take you on a ride with these Vogue patterns, all right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into this video because I do not want to make this very long because I have to get back to what I need to do today. So I'm filming this on a break, all right? So let's go ahead and get right on into this video. Now, I'm gonna put all the I'm gonna put all of the pictures up on the screen so you can see it. So if I'm looking down, it's because I have the pattern in my hand. I'm trying to read exactly what it is, right? And let you know why I picked the pattern up, all right? So the first pattern is Vogue's 1650. And I'm just gonna put them all up on the screen so I don't have to try to hold these up and show you guys at the same time. So the first pattern is Vogue 1650. This is the Gaynell pattern, and this is a Mrs. Outerwear pattern. It's a lined coat and belt. It has side seam pockets, front and back yoke, a sleeve band, a collar, and a collar band as well. Some of the fabrics that you can use is a gabardine, denim, raincoat fabric, and then you also will need to use fusible interfacing. Now, the reason why I picked this up is because I like that storm flap in the back of the pattern. This pattern is an advanced pattern. So if you are a beginner or even an intermediate beginner, I'm going to say make sure you know how to do a lot of the items as far, well, when it comes to sewing, make sure you know how to do a little bit of drafting in order to build out for your jacket. Now, I do have a video that's, you know, intro to kind of like tailoring, and I did a sew along for a tailored blazer, which I will go ahead and link that on the end screen and in the description box below, so you can check that video out when I did Simplicity 8844 for a tailored blazer. However, I know you guys have asked if I could do that blazer again without being tailored, without lining or whatever. I do have that on my docket, which is document, in order to do that again. So I will be doing that video again, but this time will be unlined and everything. So I will just do it with a fun print, all right? But that's the first pattern that I picked up. The next pattern that I picked up is Vogue 1893. It is a Mrs. Top, shorts, and skirt pattern. Now, this pattern is close fitting. It's a lined bra. It has cup seaming as well, contrast edge stitching and top stitching. It comes with a separating zipper that you will need to put in the back of your top. It also have a skirt. It is high rise. It's a self-fitted shorts as well. It has front pockets with the reversible constructed band. It has button trim, back darts, stitched hem, top stitching. It has a lot going on with this. It's like a bralette plus the short patterns. Now, the reason why I picked it up is strictly for the shorts. I'm not really caring about that bralette style, simply because the only way that I would wear it if I'm on vacation and I'm going to a poolside type thing or whatever, which I do have a lot planned for next year for a lot of vacations for my 40th birthday. So some of these patterns are part of my I'm not gonna say my hashtag. I believe it is a hashtag already, sew 40 by 40. So this is kind of like the announcement of I will be doing sew 40 by 40. So that's sewing 40 different patterns, different items to put in my wardrobe before my 40th birthday, and you guys will see them as they come along, but also do a big showcase of it around my 40th birthday next year. All right, so this pattern is one that I want to put in there, and it's strictly for the shorts, but once again, it's a Vogue 61893. All right, so it's Vogue 1893. Let's move over to the next pattern. So the next pattern is a dress pattern. It's Vogue 1883. Now this is a crisscross halter dress. It's fully lined and has front and back bodice pleats, waistband, flared skirt, a side seam pocket, invisible back zipper, a hook and eye closure, as well as the stitch hem and length variations as well. Now the reason why I picked it up is because I like what the model is wearing in view A. I don't want it long whatsoever. I do plan on doing this in like a black fabric as well. Some of the fabric options you could use is crepe, you can use satin, you can use rayon, you can use broadcloth, but you will need lining for it. So just be mindful of what type of lining you will use for this pattern. All right, but my thing is to do view A. I kind of want to hack it a little bit and do it as a jumpsuit instead of a dress. So that's the plan. We'll see what I will do. And you guys know Vogue patterns are not my everyday patterns. They're more like a dressy style, you know, brand, you know, for dressing up and stuff like that. And I do have a couple of formal things that I have to do next year, as well as some conventions and all that stuff that's coming up. So I have to take it above the simplicity and macaws for next year. So that's why I picked some up, right? Let's move over to the next pattern. So the next pattern is Vogue 1881. It is a Mrs. Dress by Julio Cesar. And this is an average pattern. This is a halter neck dress pattern that has a narrow neck tie, a plunging V bodice. It has gathers under the bust, empire waist seaming with contrast band, flared skirt, which you will need to cut on the cross grain. It also has a high-low hemline, ruffle finishing with contrast hem facing and side seam pockets as well. Now, the reason why I picked this up is because have you guys seen that bag? That bag is fire. So, I mean, why wouldn't I pick it up? I mean, this one I actually want to use as something that I want to wear in July of next year, because I do have a special event planned. I'm not going to say what it is, simply because it has not taken place. So I don't want to give where it's going to be, what it is, or anything until that time comes. But it is something I have to do some dressing up with. And most of the ladies will be wearing their back out for it. So I think this would be a good one to do. All right. Now, some of the fabric options for this pattern would be crepe, satin, you know, rayon. You can use basically any style of fabric for this pattern as well. So that's why I picked this pattern up. So let's move over to the next pattern. The next pattern is Vogue 1898. This is another dress pattern. This is an advanced pattern as well. This pattern is a line dress. It has plunging neckline with ties. It has a notch collar, which I love notch collars. It has a collar stand, sleeves with the turn back cuffs as well. It also has an invisible back zipper, hook and eye closure, which I don't use whatsoever. It has side seam pockets and a flared skirt, which you will need to cut on the cross grain, and a narrow hem. Now for this one, I picked it up simply because I love the style of the dress with the notch hem. The notch collar. That's the reason why I picked it up. But some of the fabric options that you can use is basically any style of fabric that you want. Just be mindful of that lining as well. But I think for me, this one, you can use poplin, linen, and card print, broadcloth, cotton fabrics. You can use challis, jacquard. There's so many fabrics you can use for this pattern. I don't know what fabric I would use. I don't know if I would use a card print or just a fun paisley print, or I don't know. I just don't know. There's so many fabrics you can use for this pattern, but once again, it's Vogue 1898. Let's move over to the next pattern. So the next pattern is Vogue 1906, which is a fall 2022 pattern. This pattern is a close-fitting pullover style knit column style dress that has asymmetrical neckline with the overlay. It's long sleeve, stitched hem, and a length variation as well. Now for this one, it is an easy to sew pattern. I picked it up because I like kind of like that one shoulder thing that's going on view A. That's what I picked it up for, is strictly view A. I didn't pick it up for any of the other for view B or anything like that. Now some of the fabric options that you can use for this is strictly pretty much knit. You need either two-way knit, you can use an ITY, you can use a jersey, you can use a ponte, you can use, I said jersey. There's so many fabrics that you can use, but you will definitely need to use a knit fabric in order to do this dress. Let's move over to the next pattern. So the next pattern is another fall 2022 Vogue pattern. It's Vogue 1901. And this pattern is a top, shorts, and pant pattern. The top is close fitting through the bust, are lined to the edge, and have off the shoulder sweetheart neckline. The top features the empire waist seaming, front button closure with bias loops, open front, and length and sleeve variations. Now, the shorts, however, are tapered. There's shorts and tapered pants as well, which are fitted through the hips. It has side seam, a side button waistband. It has slanted pockets and a side zipper as well. Now, this is an average to sew pattern, so be mindful of that as well. The reason why I picked this pattern up is simply, it's easy. I picked it up for the longer view of the top, which is view B, but then I also like the shorts and the pants, which are view C and D. Now, me personally, I feel that I want to put this in for my 40, so 40 by 40, and I am looking at doing view B, the long style shirt, top, whatever, dress, whatever, and the shorts. So that's the reason why I picked this pattern up for. There's so many fabrics that you can use for it. You could look at the back of the pattern and see that, or go to the Something Delightful website. But just to give you a couple of fabric options that you can use for this pattern, it's simply, you can use poplin and card print, satin, basically any style of fabric that you want to use for this pattern. All right, let's move over to the next pattern. So the next pattern is 1913. It's a jumpsuit and a blazer pattern. You guys know I love blazers, so I really did not care about the jumpsuit. I may and may not make the jumpsuit, but I picked this pattern up strictly for the blazer. Okay, that's it, the blazer, and that's it. So this pattern is a line blazer. It's semi-fitted. It has shoulder pads. If you want to use the shoulder pads, it has side panels, welt pockets, two-piece sleeves. Of course, you have the upper sleeves and the undersleeve. That's what a two-piece sleeve means. It's close-fitting knit jumpsuit, which I'm not here for the jumpsuit whatsoever. It has princess seam, shoulder straps, neckline, finished with elastic, of course, invisible back zipper, and a stir-up with elastic under the feet, which is like that. When I was a kid, I never liked that heel thing that you put underneath your feet, so I'm not gonna like it now, but that's what it is, okay? But this, once again, this is an advanced pattern, so just be mindful of that. Moving on to the next pattern. The next pattern is Vogue 1912. This is a top and short pattern, and I am here for those shorts, you guys. All right, now this pattern is an advanced pattern, and I think the reason why it's advanced is simply because of the top. Now, this pattern is a very loose pullover style top. It has drop shoulders, funnel neckline, long sleeves, pleats into the cuffs, back zipper, and a shaped hemline. Now, I am here for the shorts, and that's why I picked it up. So the short is semi-fitted through the hips. It has the front patch pockets. It has, side back pockets as well. It has a side zipper. I'm here for that. Closure buttons. I'm here for all of that. So that's the reason why I picked it up for the shorts instead of the top. Moving on to the next pattern. So the next pattern is Vogue 1900, and this is a high-waisted shorts and pants, semi-fitted through the hips that have waist facing, front pleats, fly zipper. You guys know I love me a fly zipper closure, as well as the invisible zipper closure as well. This also has side front pockets, back waist darts, belt loops, stitched hem, and top stitching as well. Now, the reason why I picked it up is because I like both the shorts and the pants on this pattern. This is an easy to sew pattern, so be mindful of that. Even though it says easy, it's not as easy as it says, but just be mindful of that. But that's Vogue 1900. Let's move over to the next pattern. The next pattern is an older pattern. It's Vogue 1798, which is a Mrs. Dress pattern. This is an average to sew pattern. It's a very loose fitting line midi length shift dress with a V neckline. It has puffy sleeves with elastic hem, back tie closure, side seam pockets, front slip, and metallic trim at the hem. If you want to use that metallic trim, you do not have to, okay? I think I did say that this is an average to sew pattern as well. This is a pattern by Rachel Comfy. Kami. I think her name is Kami or Komi. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm okay with you correcting me, but it's a Rachel pattern, all right? Some of the fabric options you can use is silk twill, you can use taffeta, you can use poplin, you can use jacquard, you can use silky prints, you can use whatever fabric that your heart truly desire, okay? So I picked this up simply because this pattern right here I want to wear for a convention that I will be a part of next year. So that's why I decided to pick this pattern up. It's an older pattern and it was the last one in the pattern drawer, so I went ahead and picked it up. All right, let's move over to the last two patterns that I picked up. So the first pattern is 1840. It's the Mrs. Jacket pattern. It's an average pattern. This pattern is a very loose fitting unlined jacket. It has dual separating front zipper, raglan sleeves with continuous lap. It also has an opening ending in the button cuff, inside drawstring waist, side seam pockets, stitched hem, and length variations as well. Now, the reason why I picked it up is because of view A, and view A has that large pointed collar with collar stand, and then you have view B, and view B has a self-lined hood with drawstrings as well. Now, like I said, I picked it up for view A. I think that it is gorgeous for view A. Some of the fabric options you can use are your gabardines, your wool crepe, your water repellent fabric, which is what I plan on using as kind of like a raincoat. Now, it rains a lot here in Florida between the months of May and October. So it could be sunny outside right now, and then you wait until about 2 o'clock in the evening and it's raining until 5, and then it's sunny back outside again. So you never know when the rain will occur here in Orlando, but it's like that some days, a lot of the times, okay? So I will probably use water repellent fabric or raincoat fabric, all right? Let's move over to the last pattern. So the last pattern is 1841. This is a Mrs. Special Occasion dress pattern. You guys, I plan on doing this for either my anniversary next year, or if I'm still married. No, I'm just joking. I'll still be married next year. Okay, listen, you guys. I know I play too much, all right? I know I play too much, but no, I am a happy wife, happy life. My husband's happy with me, okay? So there's no issues over here in my household at all. If there's an issue, I don't know about it because we don't hold anything back when we have an issue with each other, okay? We're good there. All right, but this is Vogue 1841. This is an average to sew pattern. This is a close fitting line dress. It has raised waist seams, bishop sleeves ending in the cuffs with the buttons, and bias loops closing. It also has contrast lining, neckline, and hem piping details. And then this pattern also have your different cup sizes. So I like that in a pattern. I have said that before, that I like the different cup seams in the different patterns. Now this this pattern regarding fabric, This one you will need knit. So this is a two-way stretch knit. You can use sequin mesh, you can use rayon, you know, stretch rayon, stretch velvet would be nice, ITY, jersey, whatever type of stretch fabric that you have, like a knit or whatever. But that's it for this entire Vogue pattern. You guys, I have these patterns just flying out my hands, okay? So that's it for the pattern haul. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video, and as always, peace out.
Working a 9 to 5, I had to go and feed the guys. Nobody did it right, I had to show them how to grind. I had to beat the odds.